bright and sunny or a rainy day, I can listen to Rene. Topics of the day: why sex don't match the love, our relationship sucks, why the boys play, experience immaturity, politics and currency gains, economics, Spotify it, you can find it, sign of the times for the deaf, dumb and blind. Don't miss it, call the number one, state your name and what's your interest. Rene, 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 Rene.
Oh, you guys are super duper cute. Hello. Thank you for all of that love, that warm welcome everyone to the K Rene Show. I am your girl, K Rene, your podcast host, giving you everything from sugar and spice and everything that's nice and not, and sometimes mean and in between. But again, I am the one that says all the shit you are afraid to say. So if you are new to the show, again, let me welcome you personally. Mwah. Thank you for tuning in. And if you want to follow me, I would love for you to do that, honey. Yes, follow me over on IG at K Rene Show. That's RENE Show, with the K, of course, in the front. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, you can do so at Kelly Rene. And that, again, is Kelly with a Y, RENE. I also have a K Rene Show page over there as well. And if you want to check me out on the website, you can do so, kreneshow.wixsite.com/K Rene Show. You can check out my photo gallery, past interviews, pictures, of course, things that are coming up, old episodes from the past, things you may have missed, things that may actually be your favorite, and you just want to fucking listen again. Go over there. And you can, of course, follow all the other platforms that I'm on: Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, iTunes, Podcast Addict, you name it. You're looking for the podcast show anywhere on any platform, you're going to find me. So, look, have no worries. So, check it out. It's beautiful out. A little breezy, winter trying to creep in, I guess. I don't know what she's doing. She's all over the fucking place. That's Mother Nature. That's a woman for you, all over the place. So you'll never know sometimes what's coming and when to duck and cover. So yeah, but it's Monday, and Mondays tend to suck, but look at it on the bright side. You got up, you're at work. Probably, of course, like me, starting a whole work week. Of course, 2 jobs in my pocket, Monday through Friday. I don't know about you. But Valentine's Day is coming up this Friday. Yes. Whatever. I don't have a Valentine's. But just saying, it's coming up. And some of you may be going through something right now. There's some shit, This be that time of year with those holidays that people be wanting to start shit so they don't have to buy shit for you. You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I'm basically going to break down 2 different topics today. I want to talk about some things you can look for in your relationship right now to know that it's fucking trashed. It's over. It's done. There's no coming back from it. It's just, it's a wrap. Okay. You gotta hang that shit up. And then I also want to talk about some signs that you can look into as far as, seeing if you're actually being used, used within so many different ways, different types of relationships, especially. But, I wanted to cover some relationship shit this week for you. So can I do that? Yep, I sure can. So, of course, the discussion will basically be about difficult, hard, and over. So hopefully I can inform and school you guys on making some good decisions as far as, for what you may be dealing with right now. Okay, can I do that? Yes, I can. So check this out. To get started with the show, of course, I want to cover the word of the day for you loves. That is so Carmen Sandiego. Oh my God. Where the fuck is Carmen Sandiego? Do we know? Okay. So anyway, the word of the day is, and this is something you need to try to use in your vocabulary or, some point of time this week so that you can sound a little bit more educated and that you sound like you have an expansion of words in your vocabulary. So aurora, that is the word of the day. A natural electrical phenomenon characterized by the appearance of streamers of reddish or greenish light in the sky, usually near the northern or southern magnetic pole. The magnetic pole. That's where you're going to find it, ladies. By the streamers of reddish or greenish light in the sky. Yeah, try using this word in a sentence this week and then holler back at me and let me know how it worked out for you. You can email me also at kreneshow@gmail.com if you want to work with me. I'd love to work with you if you're a local talent artist or even if you're out of the state or whatever. If it's somewhere, I don't really mind driving to, or we can meet kind of halfway or vice versa. You come here, I go there. I would love it. Okay. Again, I don't discriminate on anything. You want to brand, you want to put your business out there as far as what you're doing, what you're working on, projects, etc., etc., etc. Honey, hit me up because I would love to talk to you. All right. Okay. So, of course, like I keep mentioning, and hopefully I'm not, making you guys feel any kind of cringing way, but yes, Valentine's Day is coming. And for people, again, as far as my men and women out there, for those who do not have a Valentine's Day, or you do, then this is definitely going to be for you. So can I give you what you don't need in life for the week? All right now. All right. Sit your ass down and calm down. It's not going to be that bad. And trust and believe me, you'll be able to handle it. Trust me. If you've been handling it this long, you'll be able to handle it now. All right? All right. Women, what you don't need in life this week is to encounter PTS motherfucking D. Just because you don't have anything to do on Valentine's Day. Yes, it is Friday. I'm going to keep reminding you of that shit. If you're like me, I'm off Monday. I'm a state worker. So now you get a 3-day holiday and you still don't have nobody to even have fun with in the 3-day holiday. So, it would have been a good look to take a little trip, maybe because of the fact of you having some extra time off. But, that shit's not going to happen. It's not. It's over. So, go hang out by your fucking self because, it's all right to have like what's called a Galentine's Day. And if you have some other, girlfriends of yours who are single too, then y'all need to go out and enjoy yourselves. Or if you don't, then go and enjoy yourself by your fucking self. Because at the end of the day, it's all right to enjoy yourself and your me time. If you live here in Baltimore, there's a comedy show going on at the Chicken Box Arena, Royal Farms, yes. Go laugh, go out, go treat yourself to some type of other entertainment. You don't always have to have somebody. But the thing about it is, if you do feel some kind of way about it, it could be you, sis. It could be you. It could be maybe, I'm just hypothetically throwing some shit out of here, but maybe it's your face. Maybe you're not very approachable. Maybe it might be your stink ass personality and attitude. And then that's why nobody wants to give you the time of day. I'm just saying, you might want to do a little reevaluation, because if you do, again, feel some kind of way that you don't have anybody, what I do believe is a mistake is for you to go and try to look for somebody. That's when you pick up the wrong bodies. You feel me? So let it come to you. But in a sense, maybe reevaluate what you are doing and portraying to why people are not coming to you. I'm just saying. It's just, it's a better way of not always having to say it's somebody else when technically you have part of this issue as well. Okay. Men. You don't need to feel the pressure of a proposal. And yes, Valentine's Day is Friday. And it is a special day to celebrate love. Of course it is. Like, that's the day to really be into your partner, even though you should be doing that shit every day. I'm just saying. People live for this holiday. It's another one that revenues a lot of money. The flowers, the candy, even trips, especially. But yeah, it's also the day that some women or men, I don't know who you freaking with, but whoever it is, it's all good with me, are expecting some type of ring of some sort, around within this time. This is like that special time where people do proposals. Or they might want a promise ring, something. They want to show some jewelry on that finger. And I just want to be here to tell you, just stick to your regular schmegular that you normally do. Perfume, spa gift cards, candies, flowers, all that shit. Everything you were already in position of buying before this shit even appeared. Before you already knew that, like it is every year, the same day, you already had an idea of what you were going to get and not get. And so therefore, ladies and gentlemen, that is basically what you do not need in life this week. Okay. All right. Okay. So listen, I would love to recap my week for you. Can I do that for you? Is that all right? Can I?
Start at the beginning. Yeah. And when you come to the end, stop.
Stop. All right, I'll stop. So check this out. I went to New York to be a guest on the Brunch Hour podcast show. It was such a great show, and it was great company as well. I really appreciated the energy and the hospitality that was shown to me when I went there. It's an experience I will never forget. It was great. Like, the show went great. If you haven't had a chance, please check it out. It is up. It is running. People have been giving excellent feedback about it. So I'm super excited to know that, people really loved the show. Again, visit them as well on IG at the Brunch Hour Pod. You can follow them. Again, everything is on Spreaker, Spotify, etc. But the episode, definitely dope. You guys hear me talking about them all the time. And so therefore, they really, again, shown me great hospitality and a great experience with doing the show. So it was really exciting to meet all of them in person finally. So look, it's a little situation happened also on IG. Like, what in the hell? So it's starting to become like a normal thing for people. Those out there who don't support anyone and just want to build their numbers up. So anyway, someone sent me a picture from their page in my inbox. Okay. So I double tapped it, with the heart to let them know I recognized the message and, it was cool. All right. Bop, bop. There you go. So then they hit me back and was like, can you go over to the page and comment and then hit the heart over there as well? Why, my nigga? Like, seriously. I just liked it over here. And furthermore, you don't even like not near one of my posts that I put up on my fucking page. So here's what I don't have the fucking time for. I don't basically, again, it's like the energy of people that are only looking to benefit from something. And it's only going to be reciprocated if it's given back to you. So listen, I'm just saying, go the fuck on. If that costs me losing, a follower or several or whatever, because I don't go over to make their page lit and giving them the numbers, like, no. I'm not here for the bullshit. I'm tired of people, and trying to be at their convenience when it's, convenient for them. That will get you nowhere with me. And I mean, down to friends and family, like, whatever. Anyway, I don't want to spend a lot of time on that because that raises my blood pressure. Anywho, so I didn't do what they asked, furthermore, and that's fine. And that's okay. And then I'm looking and I'm like, damn, yo, you got like over 8,000 followers to like what I have. Like, are you serious? Yeah. Okay. They go ask them other 8,000 and something people. I'm sure they got you, dog. I'm sure they will go over there and make everything look beautiful and bright for you. I'm just saying. Rene is not going to, again, Rene is not going to do that shit. Really. Why? Right. Who are you? Who are they? Who sent them? Because they don't obviously know me. I am Rene. I am not for, never mind. Let me move forward. All right. You know what else grinds my gears though? For real though. Why is it like when you have an attitude, ladies, and every man assumes like you're bleeding, or you just basically lacking some, like you just need some so you can have a better attitude. And it ain't even just men. Women think the same thing too. Trust and believe. Trust me. I know how they think. I know. Like, nah, it's just like, you might be getting under my fucking skin and stressing me the hell out. Like, it has nothing to do with that. You remember that TV show V? That used to come on in the 80s. Yes, I'm talking to some people that's my age. Come on, y'all. They were aliens and they had like that lizard skin under their own. And like if they scratched, it would show and it was irritating to them. Okay, right. I had to let you go Google that shit if you don't remember. So now listen, I set the stage for you. So then pretend I'm one of them aliens, right? From V. Okay, that's what that feels like when you're getting underneath my skin. Let me calm down. Anyway, did I tell you Valentine's Day is on Friday? Okay, I wasn't sure if I did. It's approaching, and yeah, some of you have the best relationships out there. Like seriously, no doubt. Like clap. Yeah, clap that up. Clap that up for yourselves. Seriously, you guys got the best relationships out there. And, others are working out, they have long distance things, that's going on. Some of you just broke up with your peeps, thinking things are, maybe better on the other side. And that's like how you tell a baby, don't touch that. Don't do that. But some of you are on the verge of leaving because you feel kind of used and maybe experiencing signs that it's pretty much already over. Like, really, it might actually be over for you. Have you ever really thought about that? Well, let me ask you this. And I really, really want you to be honest. And I would love for you to, definitely hit me with some feedback after this show is over, because I would love for you to touch on the fact of what you thought as far as within this topic, and reach out to me, because I do have people that reach out and they ask questions. So, I love to hear from you as well. But I want to know if you've ever felt this angry in a relationship. Take a listen.
Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Ooh. Have you ever... Oh, Sam. Have you ever felt like you were on the brink of going ape shit in a relationship, where you felt like you was about to lay the heaviest words, phrase, just that whole, like, I'm about to dismiss myself and set it off also at the same time? All right, good. I'm glad you tuned in. Okay. So check this out. Let's talk about some ways you can look at things of knowing like your relationship is over. It can be difficult to spot the signs that your relationship is over because maybe things aren't as good as they used to be, but one of you has been unhappy recently and can't really figure that shit out as to why. So let's talk. Let's talk a little bit. Who are you? First and foremost, that's the first thing you gotta ask yourself. Who are you? When you guys first started dating, there was no subject that was off limits. You and your mate could talk all day, all night long, on the phone, text back and forth. They were your best friend and the person that you called all throughout the day. Now trying to have a conversation with them is like worse than having like a root canal in your fucking mouth. And it's like they're not really, interested. Just saying. Do they tell you that they're not in the mood or that they're tired? They had a long day. If you can't remember the last time that you got your back blown out in the sheets, or you've had that ultimate orgasm that was repetitive, then you're about to embark on a really long dry spell, which is one that's one of the main signs your relationship is fucked up. It's over. No sex. That's the second thing you have to look at. How often? How did it fall off? How many times were you doing it during the week? Maybe even how many fucking times were you fucking during the day? But sex changes, especially within the pattern of how you do it and how you have it. Orgasm. What's an orgasm? You might just be going through the motions. When the relationship was just the beginning, you were having orgasms around the clock. You don't even know what time the orgasm clock strikes anymore. They were frequent. Like that you thought life couldn't even get any better. You were literally in sex heaven. And now you don't even remember the last time you had one because you're just going through the motions. An orgasm is a woman's way of connecting with her mate. And if there's no orgasm, there is no motherfucking connection. You realize it might be time to say goodbye to your relationship. I'm not staying in no relationship and I'm not coming. I'm not having an orgasm, and especially multiple ones or not one at all. And I'm going through the motions. No, you may not tell a lie. Okay? I will not continue to try to make it convenient as to not speak up and not hurt your feelings. I don't think it's a thing of hurting your feelings, but it's something that needs to be talked about. And if you're kind of already mentally checked out, then you're not aiming to please me anymore. Ha! Think about that. Yeah. Call me. The roles have now been reversed. Now, in the beginning, your significant other called you all the time, text you, sent you cute little, messages. And now you're the one constantly, oh my God. If I don't stop myself right here, this sounds so familiar of something that I went through for quite a long period of time. This was me, constantly calling. So now what happened? Their heart ain't in it no more. They don't even care if y'all talk. If y'all don't talk throughout the day like you used to, it's really no big deal. But that's when you also have to watch out for signs of people who are what we call gaslighters. Gaslighters basically will always start shit, which basically tend to also have like a narcissistic type of personality. And then they really try to reverse roles and make you mentally think psychology. It's your fault that this shit is happening and this is what's going on. No. Try that shit somewhere else. Shower time. Ew. Showers. Nah, this ain't sounding good. Has your man, ladies, my ladies out there who are with men, been taking really, really long showers? Just really long showers. He's in there for a while. And you wonder, like, what could the fuck be possibly going on? What, he brought the car in the house? He washing the car upstairs? Nah, I ain't washing the car. If his showers are longer than what it used to be and it's now becoming a routine, he's probably not rinsing off. Okay? Okay. So just imagine and read between the lines. He don't even want to get up in between you no more. No, not any kind of way, shape, or form. He'd rather stay in the damn shower, honey, for like 30 minutes. Oh. And you might be staying up later too. And then like downstairs in the living room. Or if you got that basement, the family, the little man cave. Yup, he done separated. He done separated. He's gone. Okay. 6. Where'd the fun go? Like, we used to turn all the way up. Get it in, have a blast, have all the entertainment between ourselves. You first met, it was, the romance and everything was there. The surprises with the home cooked dinners and incredible vacations. And now you just trying to get to a damn matinee movie and they still can't even commit to that. And that's in the earlier part of the day. Like, dang. Now, that's really sad. That is like, if you can't do matinee, which is the earlier part of the day, you can't even do the evening, especially because that's more of like the outing time that adults like to go out, really feel like they on some kind of outing, have drinks, the day change, it's now nighttime, it's more of a sexier atmosphere, but you can't even do the 2 o'clock. Wow. Okay. Hey friend. Hey friend, what you doing? Okay, I'm about to come through. Ain't nothing, ain't shit, I ain't doing nothing. Yup, spending more time with their friends. Extra time. Which could also be the blocking part of the way of cheating. Like, they might start at the friend's house and then, leave from the friend's house and go somewhere else. Especially with the fact that if you haven't seen your peoples in weeks, I'm just saying that's a red flag right there. They not even trying to make that time. They rather spend it with their friends, the extra time they have. Are they staying at work a lot later? Spend a lot more time in the office? She ain't come home yet. Ain't no dinner made. Nah, you probably ain't even going to get that dinner. I'm just saying. If it looks like work is becoming like the big issue, and it seems like they have to work events every night and overtime that just magically fucking appeared like frosted Lucky Charms. Magically, these extra activities now just appeared out of the blue at work. Like, it sounds like they're avoiding you. Those are the people I hate driving behind in traffic. I swear, the people that's driving during rush hour traffic, listen to me. Those are the ones who don't even like their house. They don't want to go home. They just take their time. They're not even trying to push through the traffic, nothing. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, seriously? Like, no, I really want to know. What's the problem? You're the sad motherfucker that don't want to go home because of the fact that you know that when you get home, you're going to be in there for the night and it's going to be miserable and you're not going to get no dick, no pussy, and you're just not going to get any kind of action, rather any type, let alone any conversation whatsoever. And you're going to find yourself probably in the shower, or ladies, you know how you can get down and please yourself. And that's what's going to be your routine. It's going to start to become your routine. You're the one I drive in front of and look at through my mirror, like my side window, and be like, yo, what's wrong with you? Like, yeah, your face says it all. I don't want to go home because it's sad there and my shit is over. Yeah, it is. Forget me not. Absent-minded a lot more. Yeah. Forget all the special occasions like holidays and anniversaries. Perhaps he's trying to send you little subconscious hints. I had to take a pause for the cause. Had to be a mother real quick. Yeah, I did. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, as I was saying, absent-minded. Yeah. Don't remember special occasions, yet the holidays, the anniversaries, even the other little special little things you guys put together for memories in the memory box. Yeah, that shit is done. Off the Post-it note, forget it. It's done. It's over. And then you're trying to send those little subconscious little hints, and Yep, still don't remember. And then they might be trying to send you little subconscious hints because they don't remember, so that they can be trying to tell you, like, it's over. The relationship is done. How about the World War motherfucking 3? Not the one Trump was trying to definitely put us in. But does it really feel like y'all are fighting a lot more? Like, does it feel like you're fighting a war in your personal life? Like, if you and your partner are always at each other's throats, you know what I mean? Something is clearly wrong, and it's common for couples to fight. But if they didn't, then makeup sex wouldn't be as much fun as it is. But there's a fine line between healthy fighting and fighting incessantly with no resolution. Especially fighting over the same dumb shit that you guys know that's petty in the first place. If your life pretty much sounds like anything that I just basically told you in certain signs to look for, it's time for you to make a change. You're basically too good to just be settling for anything but the best in your life. And especially the fact that you do not need to be settling just to say that you have a relationship or somebody in your life. Fuck that. Get out. It is only going to be but so many times that somebody can continue to treat you like this, but you allow people to treat you the way that they treat you. So just remember and keep in mind to always remember to ask yourself, who are you? Always remember to ask yourself every morning when you wake up. I want you to set daily affirmations, one day at a time, so until you can become better and stronger and enough to basically be able to walk away. Don't get treated like that, sis. The fuck out of here. What is going on with you? And men too. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you out, but you don't need to be doing that as well. Now, the second thing that I wanted to get into, and this might just, like I said, the last thing that I covered about as far as knowing your relationship is over is, because Valentine's Day is coming up on Friday and you got time to walk away before you get to that day. And I know that rhymed and I don't do that all the time, but I'm just trying to give you some insight on what you need to maybe start looking at between the time that you listen to this episode to the time maybe before hump day gets here. But let's talk about when you're being used, because it's sad. It's the fact that life that, we're all likely to basically run into at least one or two people who try to do just basically the worst to us at some point of our lives. And it can be, like I said, it could be your romantic partner, your boo. But it can also be a fake friend or somebody that's way too demanding, a boss basically who threatens to basically, fire your ass if you keep complaining about working too late, or the scheduled shift they gave you. Because here's the thing, when supervisors give you extra. They feel as though that you may be the candidate that's strong enough to handle it. They may be looking at you to see if you're the material and you have the potential to become a supervisor of some sort or lead worker or whatever the case may be. But fucking a damn raise. You understand what I'm saying? Shit. But the sad fact is that the reality that people do exist out here like that do try to take advantage of you in a myriad of ways. And it's always, you got to remember, it's important to arm yourself, keep some knowledge under your belt and understanding that's needed to nip the shit in the bud. This kind of behavior is toxic, and you want to remove toxic users from your life before it gets really bad, because toxic people can make you become a toxic person. And the fact that you know your characteristics and your personality, you're not toxic at all. So don't want to portray that. With that being said, to keep in mind, these are just a couple of common things that I wanted to just go over. You feel uncomfortable around them. Like, you shouldn't honestly feel uneasy around anybody. And especially people who are supposed to love and care about you. You should never feel any sick feeling to your stomach or weakness or anxiety. A good relationship, basically, whether it's, again, romantic entanglement or a friendship or something that's family, it should be comfortable and feel easy all the time and feel good. Like, so that in not any case is considered that it should be any red flags. But understanding that there are a lot of reasons you might feel a little uncomfortable, and I don't know, maybe around like someone, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're being used all on its own, but it's that kind of unease that can stem from like some type of unbalance with your relationship. You know what I mean? So it's like a warning sign, and it means that you should probably try to figure out like maybe what exactly is the issue of what is making you feel uncomfortable. Even though like if it's like you've been used, or it's the furthest thing that's true from your mind that you think you are being used, but it's still a good idea to identify like and deal with such the discomfort that you're having in this long-term health of any type of relationship. So definitely. Also, the fair weather friend. The fair weather friend is like basically the phrase is an expression for someone who's around when things are good, or when there's something that you can help them with, but it's never when you need a help from them or a favor from them, like it's never when you need help or you don't even expect a favor. So understand that this right here is a huge red flag, because it can indicate like anything from just like any immature or selfish person who doesn't realize what they're doing. That's what I was talking about people who are narcissistic, and to someone who is intentionally using you to their benefit, honestly, and they don't care at all about their feelings as long as that they get what they want. And that's the shit that bothers me. And I've seen those red flags in a lot of people that I actually gave the title of calling a friend. I don't like that feeling. And when I recognize it, and especially my age, my patience is really short, that I don't have time to entertain it nor spend time with that type of energy. Again, people's energy can deflect who you are. But if you see this going on, do consider having maybe a serious talk with this person, and like maybe start to begin to remove them from your life if that's possible. Just try to separate yourself a little bit more. How about that they do little favors for you and then they guilt trip you over them? Like I just was saying that I'd rather not. Like, many times they use like the very small things that they did for you and act like they were really like such a big fucking deal. Like, bitch, really? Like, come on, that wasn't shit. And if anything, I would have did the same for you if that was the case. They'll bring up all these little tiny favors every time you try to say no to them and refuse to give them what they want. So in so many words, It's like they, again, are playing a reverse psychology. But, like, think about it. If the words are like, but think about how much I've done for you. Like, does that even sound familiar? Even starting off with that phrase right there, that's a pet peeve of mine. Again, you counting and keeping a chart, a list of everything you've done. And that, again, makes me think you do that for everybody that comes in your life. Or you try to politely turn them down, and then they explain like you're not, trying to help them with, their whole, it's an emergency. You might want to sit down and think about how important those little favors actually were. Like, or, if they did them out of actual care for you, or just to guilt trip you later when you refuse to basically snap and move on their demands. No. You resent them is another thing. Like, if you're finding you have feelings of generalized resentment towards someone who's supposed to be like your partner, friend, etc., that's another flag. Like, this feeling can seem to creep up from out of nowhere with no indication of where it's coming from, but there's always a reason. Like, even if you weren't conscious of it, most feeling comes from somewhere. The pits of your soul, your spirit. Something it strikes a nerve. It's a trigger. It's like if you resent someone, you're supposed to be close to without knowing why. Then it might be worth stopping to ask yourself exactly why this might actually be the case. Reflect on the feeling. Like, whenever you notice it, when you feel it, try to trace it back to the source and then bring it up if you have to talk to a good friend. But just don't, don't let it fester indefinitely without trying to look at it a little closer, because that causes a lot of internal stress for us too. A lot of things we harbor and keep inside ourselves, it has a lot to do and impacts our health. Again, headaches, blood pressure, even down the digestive system. Yeah, it's a trigger when you don't deal with issues at hand. How about they don't care about what you need? Like, have you ever noticed, like, your partner, your friend, family member, who the fuck ever, they only seem to care about what they want or need? Like, that, like, when you try to discuss your own needs and desires, they stonewall you. Like, they block you the fuck out. Like, they change the topic. Oh, I hate that. And when you deliberately see they change the topic, or someone tries to twist the conversation to make it about them again. Yeah, that's a huge sign that someone isn't really with you because they care about you, but only because there's something that they stand to gain out of it. Make sure you keep that in mind. That moment you stop being of use to this kind of person, they pretty much will toss you out like last week's garbage. Like, seriously, all of that will go right on out the window. And they don't think twice about it because, again, you're not benefiting them. So do yourself a favor and confront this kind of behavior, even if you notice it. And if it's necessary, get rid of them before they seriously hurt you. If they haven't already, like, you might already be past that point. They only talk about themselves. Have you noticed the pattern of all the breakdowns of the facts that I've been giving you has been all about them? Nothing said us, we, you, These are the things you need to, again, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, pay close fucking attention. Because we are only in this thing called life for one ride. And there is no need of us being around people and having relationships with people who aren't benefiting us to do anything positive for us, but hurt us and give us pain. Related to a little bit of that they only care about what they need, try to watch out for people who are only ever interested in talking about themselves. Then there's like always, they want to regale like you about how their day went, or about their plans for next week, but they get bored instantly if you try to talk about yourself, or they distance and they look away and they're like stargazing into something else that's keeping their interest. That doesn't automatically mean that you again are being used or manipulated, and someone who does this may in fact still care for you a great deal. But if nothing else, it's an immature and selfish fucking habit to have, and you should point that out, especially if it bothers you. A point that at the earliest convenience, try to correct this behavior. And then maybe this ain't the person that you need to be trying to, disclose the things that you've done or how your day was, what you did, what you want to talk about as far as what you're doing next week. That's how we tend to scale back on friends during our adulthood. We find more and more that we don't have as many friends as we thought we did. And then the ones that don't, again, reciprocate that same kind of energy, then you don't want to be bothered with that. They don't really even know much about you and ain't trying to. Have you ever been in a situation, seriously, where you realize that a loved one doesn't know very much about you, your likes, your dislikes, your hopes, dreams, personality, etc., and keeps forgetting things, and you've mentioned this like about 500,000 fucking times? Right. So maybe they always forget your favorite color, even though it's practically all you wear, or you continue to talk about it as well, or they give you like gifts or things that everyone knows you don't even like, but they seem genuinely surprised, even dismissive, and don't seem to even feel the need to apologize for forgetting. Like, are you kidding me? Like, who does that? Like, that's crazy. It's crazy town. It really is. But anyway, this could be just by like a personality flaw. Or it indicates someone who's like a bit scatterbrained or just very forgetful. But it could also mean that they really just don't give a fuck about you. Right. That's the result. They're not trying to make it's not important. What if they're evasive? Like, like the kind of people like that just sort off, like change the subject, twist the conversation around, or otherwise they just refuse, to give you a real answer. Ooh, when you confront them with a serious question. I was just in this situation maybe about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Yep. Some people are like this despite being perfectly kind and caring people otherwise, but it's also another warning flag for manipulative behavior. Now that shit is different. Manipulation, it's a deep cutting feeling when you know someone's manipulating you. If you've tried to confront someone about any other behaviors, like, they've being evasive in some type of way, then you really might have something to worry about. How about they overturn your success for benefit? Like, one in particularly insidious and can make you feel like your accomplishments don't really matter. They don't mean shit. I, again, dealt with this too in the past. Like, I would bring up good news and it was just brushed off like, oh, you dropped something on the floor. Can you pick that up and put it in the trash? Like, no congratulations, no like happiness, no joy about the fact that I was sharing something that was good. It generally looks like you tell your significant other, your family member, your friend about something you did lately or you're proud of, and instantly, without a second thought, they immediately start thinking about how they could capitalize on it for their benefit. Like, okay, example, like, hey, did I mention that my supervisor loved my whole project that I did? She was even thinking about like promoting me for it because she said it was super dope. And then they're like, that's great. Like, I was looking for a new like job myself. Now that you've impressed your supervisor, I bet you could kind of like slip me in and give like a recommendation, because I can basically do what you was doing because, I have that experience. Now, obviously, this is incredibly toxic and thoughtless behavior. And you shouldn't even deal with this at all. I should have made that a part of what you don't need in life. Somebody trying to take your shine. And this is somebody you probably lay with, sleep with. I mean, everything. Again, here's the thing. And well, let me get to my last point. When your relationship is one-sided, this is the worst. This is the biggest one. It's the most incriminating sign that you're basically being used. When in the relationship, it basically feels entirely one-sided. You're the only one who ever puts any effort into maintaining it. You're always covering up for their mistakes, rushing to their rescue when they'll hardly give you the time of day unless they need something from you. Or they do just enough shit to make it seem like they're holding up their end of the relationship just to keep roping you back in again and again. But it's never really that much. And it's certainly never because they care about you or want the best for you. So just within these several things of signs to watch out for that someone is using you, it's all based, baby, on behavior. Behavior. Any behavior you see, just run the fuck away. Don't look back. Just keep going. Go for the mountaintop. Run till you can't run any further. Keep running. We too old. We don't have the time for any of this. Do you understand me? So now that you have two different ways of looking at the fence and on the different side this week, now you can see if you really want to invest those Valentine's Day gifts. You want to invest that dope sex session. You want to invest your money to go out of your way to get something that you know that your significant other truly wants and desires. Something special you've been wanting to give them. And if you can look at what I just basically told you from that your relationship is over. Some people wait after the holiday to break up because they still want the gift. Selfish bastards. But on the up and up, again, if you're feeling like Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction, my nigga, I think it's time for you to roll yourself up out of there and do the best you can with starting over. All right? So hopefully you enjoyed as far as that topic of discussion. And thank you. Thank you. Now sit back down. I have a little bit of a little something special for you, again, in conclusion to my show, I had a couple of little questions of some callers and some insights because unlike some of you, they listened to the episode that I did with the Brunch Hour podcast. So let me answer the questions that I have here and let's take a listen. Let's see what we got.
Okay, Rene, you didn't seem too clear on your celebrity crush. So can you clarify for us, who is it seriously?
Who is it seriously? My celebrity crush. Okay, so if you check out the Brunch Hour podcast, I do answer the question as far as we were playing a game, would you ever? And this wasn't a part of one of the questions of would you rather? I'm sorry, would you never? Would you rather? So the question was the celebrity crush, and I was so all over the place. And basically I had like several different ones, but to clarify, I really wanted to say, which I thought would have been crazy, but I love Carl Weathers. I do. I love Carl Weathers. I love Apollo Creed. I think that's where it is within the celebrity of it all, is Apollo Creed. But I know that dude is like 72 years old, though. But to honestly, that was the one I couldn't really spit out because he's seasoned. Come on now, stop it. I'm a fan. I am a fan. I'm a fan of Carl Weathers. And then for my female celebrity crush, I would definitely take Michelle Rodriguez. That's my girl. I love her. I love every role of everything she's played. She's one of my actresses that I am a fan of to life. So I would definitely take Michelle Rodriguez. So thank you, caller. I appreciate that. And let's see. You know, who else we got here? Who else do we have? Oh, listen, like I said, don't forget to follow me on IG, K Rene Show. Please do so. Okay, what else do we got?
Hey, K Rene. So I listened to the last episode. It seemed like there was confusion on the anal situation. What I understood was that it had nothing to do with Valentine's Day.
Oh, the anal situation. Okay, so there was a question, or I was basically doing my feature of what you don't need in life. And I'm not going to give away a lot of the show because you need to go over there and you need to listen to it and check it out. But there was a situation within the what you don't need in life that I was bringing up, the fact that Valentine's Day was approaching. And, men tend to, especially the ones who have been looking to bang it in your ass for the longest time, they try to, get creative. And I think usually around the time before a sexy holiday comes up, when you're going to have that time, they start trying to talk about things that they want to do that's new. More so the fact that it's not just always about anal sex for just Valentine's Day. People who like anal are probably doing it on days that has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. But it may be something that they brought up in discussion, the topic, and trying to hint towards, that it's something they've always been interested in. And if you're not ready to do it, if they try to spring it out on you, and if it happens to be Valentine's Day, then don't feel pressured into feeling like you have to do it just because of the fact that people want to do something different and something that they want to experience as a new position. So not really, again, like I said, to deal with Valentine's Day, but the fact that, again, that just is something that is planned. Not planned, but, it's something that they have in mind and been probably, like I said, been bringing it up in several conversations that they've been interested in it long way before this year even came around, even before Valentine's Day gets here. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Again, make sure you tell a friend to check it out as well. They're shareable, they're downloadable, and I would love for you guys to, again, follow me, become a follower here as well. Feedback, comment, and hopefully you have a good week. And if you are in a relationship and it's great and you are in love and you can't wait to spend special quality time with your significant other, then, as I say, much praise to you all and enjoy your Valentine's Day. It's your girl K Rene signing off, saying good night.